What's going on, guys? It's your boy Keith. We're going to be talking about what your net worth should be by age. So you start to invest in the stock market, maybe in some crypto, real estate, bonds, whatever it might be. You're starting to stash away some money and you want to know how much are you worth compared to your peers or maybe compared to the entire population. I don't know about you, but I am a very competitive person. My entire life I've been very competitive. So when I finally graduated college, got a job, started to save money, learned about the stock market and investing, I saw it like a game. My friends also saw it like a game, which I think really benefited all of us because we want to see who could save the most, who could reach 5 figures, then 6 figures. Now it's a race to 7 figures. Who could become the first millionaire out of all my friends and family? Really healthy competition in my opinion because we're all learning how to save and invest, but sometimes you want to go beyond your friend group and you want to know, hey, how am I doing compared to everyone else? Well, there's a couple of articles online and I'm going to show you a couple of them, but there's this really cool website where you could pinpoint your age and the exact dollar amount you have and you can figure out exactly where you land on the chart, whether you're in the 1%, the top 90%, 80%, maybe you're on the lower end, whatever it might be. I'm going to show you this really cool website. All right, guys, before we jump into this, just make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Boost that algo so everyone else could find this video and they could compare their net worth against everyone else. So if you don't know who I am, I've been investing in the stock market for about 4 years now, started back in 2017. Recently, I have hit several milestones. I started this YouTube channel a year ago, and now I'm kind of interested in crypto as well. So I'm slowly starting to adopt some crypto strategies as well, between maybe 5 and 15% of my portfolio. But every now and then I want to know how much am I worth compared to everyone else? I'm 25, almost 26 years old. What about other 25-year-olds? What about millennials or people close to my age? How are they doing? I know how my friends are doing, and well, I think I have some pretty successful friends, so they may not be the best people to compare myself to. We're all kind of on the same playing field, give or take maybe $10,000 or $20,000. But how's everyone else doing? I mean, I know not everyone has the same opportunity or they're in the same situation. So the first website I'm going to bring you to is Cnbc. Right here, I mean, the headline says it. The average American has $90,000 of debt, but the average net worth is actually more than that. And this article kind of explains, people's money situation, where they're at. And then you scroll down and you get to this chart right here. Household net worth by age. Now, first off, this is a household. So if it's you and maybe your spouse or who's ever living in that household, they're combining that net worth together. So right off the bat, you're not getting just one person. You might be getting 2 people, maybe even 3. It's 2021, whatever's going on in households, who knows at this point. But you can see here, the chart only starts at 35. It says less than 35. That's great. Well, I'm 25. So I'm now being grouped together with people who are 10 years older than me, people who are 10 years younger than me. Oh, maybe not 10 years younger, but you know what I mean. I'm getting clumped into this massive group, being a young person, relatively young, 25 years old. I want to know what other 25-year-olds or other 20-something-year-olds are doing. This chart doesn't even provide that. And another thing I don't like about this chart is it just shows you, as you can see, the average net worth. Okay, great. If you're, say, 45 years old, your average net worth is $833,000. Is that counting the house? Probably. But what if you don't have that? What if you have $1 million? What if you have $2 million? You want to know where you land on this bell curve or the percentile. Are you the top 10% of earners? Maybe you're the top 1%. This chart doesn't show you exactly where you land. It just gives you the average. And if you're investing, you want to beat the average. You don't want to be it, you want to beat it. So this really isn't the best metric. So here's the better website. Get ready. So here it is. This is a net worth percentile calculator for the United States. I didn't do too much research to find the world or anything. So if you're not in the United States, maybe you could kind of use this to gauge where you're at, or maybe you could find something that's better for the country that you're in. As you can see, the website's kind of weird. It's a weird name, dqydj.com. I'm going to have a link in the description, so you can just click on that and check it out that way. But as you can see right here, this lays it out very nicely for you, where you plug in your net worth And then it even gives you the option, do you want to count equity, your primary home, or do you want to ignore it? I think that's very cool, because if I'm just comparing, hey, how's my portfolio or my positions doing compared to everyone else? Well, these other sites are throwing in someone's house. So great, you got a $500,000 house, then, that's not on the same playing field. I want to know how my portfolio, my investments, or my liquid investments are doing compared to the average. So here we go. This is really cool. Again, if we type in, if I type in just about everything that I have, maybe it's about 112,000, give or take a couple thousand. I'm ignoring equity. And right here, I am 64.5%, or the 64.5 percentile is where I land. So that means, where am I? I am right about here. So that means 63% of the people have less money than me. 36% of the population has more money than me. Now, what's really cool is we could go a step further. This is just kind of calculating what everyone is. So every age group. So I'm being clumped together with people who are 60, 70 years old, who had a whole lifetime of saving and investing money. So it's a little unfair. And I'm being clumped together with people who are maybe 18 years old, where all they have is student debt at this point. So there's a second part to this website, and you can see right up here, net worth by age calculator. Again, this link will also be in the description, so you can check it out. If you click on this, here's net worth by age. And what I like about this is, look at this. We could actually get 20-something-year-olds. So if you are between 25 and 29, we could actually figure out how much you are worth compared to all of your peers, someone who's much closer in your age group. So let's click on that. Again, we'll do that $112,000 range. We're not going to count equity because I don't have a house. We're going to hit calculate. This is the logarithmic scale. I personally don't like seeing that. I want to see the exponential scale. And here you go, 91%. So if you have around $100,000, give or take, and you're between the ages of 25 and 29, you can see, great, you're on the upper threshold of this curve. Now, one thing that I think is pretty scary, because you guys can have fun with this website, you can kind of see where the average is for everything. I like to see that, but I also like to see, what about people who are coming close to retirement? It kind of scares me that I'm only 25 years old, and more than half of the population who should be retiring has less money than me. Because guys, don't get me wrong, I don't have a lot of money by all means. To some people it may be a decent amount, but this is nothing to live off of for the rest of my life. Whether I'm 65 or especially me only being 25 years old, I still have a long way to go. But it scares me looking at this, knowing that more than half the population, here, let's see. All right, right at around 54% is when people have $100,000. So you're telling me 53% of the population between 65 and 69 has less than $100,000 to their name. Now again, that is liquid assets. We can add in your house, because most people count on retiring by selling their house. We hit calculate here, and you can see, all right, now I'm in the 35th percentile. So a lot more people actually have more money than just what's liquid or what's in the market. But you could still see right here, 50% is around $272,000, give or take. That's still pretty scary. I would not want to be in the position being 65 to 69 years old with only $250,000. I don't know how you could retire off that. I don't think you could retire off that and live a comfortable life. You may have to really plan out and budget everything for the rest of your life. And as the mortality rate keeps getting higher and higher, people are living well into their 80s and 90s. I really don't think you're going to be able to live off of $272,000. Now, lastly, I think it's also very interesting just to see the income inequality when you get up to even the 95th percentile. So you can see 50% of the population has less than $300,000, and only 5% of the population has about $4 million plus. You can see how exponentially hard it is to get up in percentages. We go to 96, now you're close to 5 million. 97, 6 million. Look at that. 98%, you have to have close to $10 million. If you're in the 99th percentile, you have to have over $15 million by the time you retire. That's a goal to strive for, in my opinion. But you can see that the chart is very skewed. So yeah, there is income inequality, but that is because not that many people are financially literate. They believe that, oh, the government's going to give me a nice pension. I'm going to retire off of that one day. It's not always the case, and it's not always as pretty as it seems. But that's all I got for you in this video. You can check out those 2 sites to see exactly where you land, because if you're anything like me, you want to know exactly how much you have compared to everyone else in your age group and maybe everyone else in the country. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, check out my other content, and guys, as always, I will see you in the next one.